Ashley Williams, Cecil Anderson,
Here.
John Elliott,
Present.
Sherry Garrett,
Present.
Rebecca Longmire,
Here.
Paul Huff.
Here.
We have 8 members present.
Ashley.
We do have a quorum. Members of the Board of Zoning Appeals are volunteers from each commission district who do not receive compensation for the work on the board or the training they attend. As a quasi-judicial body, we avoid ex parte communication and conduct our business in accordance with the Open Meetings Act. My name is Paul Huff. I'm the chairman of the Board of Zoning Appeals. To my right is Mr. Curtis Brown, the vice chairman. To his right is Mr. Mike Moyers, a representative from the Knox County Law Director. We have other officials present. Steve, can you introduce your folks?
Yes, you have myself, Steve Elliott, you have Miranda Ward, and Mike Reynolds from Knox Planning.
Thank you. Our voting procedure requires a simple majority of board members present. Today, there are 8 members present, so a majority of 5 will be required in order to pass or deny a motion. I will hear a motion to approve the minutes from last meeting.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Knox County Board of Zoning Appeals is authorized to grant variances and hear other matters by the Tennessee Code and the Knox County Zoning Ordinance, specifically 6.60 Board of Zoning Appeals. These laws prescribe strict parameters, the meeting of which is required to grant a variance. The burden of proof that an application meets these parameters rests on the applicant. Quoting from the Knox County Code of Ordinances 6.60.04 variances, quote, "The purpose of a variance is to modify the strict application of the specific requirements of this ordinance in the case of exceptionally irregular, narrow, shallow, or steep lots or other exceptional physical conditions whereby such strict application would result in practical difficulty or unnecessary hardship which would deprive an owner of the reasonable use of the land. The variance shall be used only where necessary to overcome some obstacle which is preventing an owner from using their property as the zoning ordinance intended." For each matter, the clerk will read the request into the record. The chair will then ask if the applicant is present. The chair will then ask if there is opposition or other speakers who wish to present. You do not have to come forward at this time. Once we determine the speakers for the item, we will call on governmental agencies such as Knox County Codes, Planning, or Engineering to make statements regarding the facts pertinent to the property and background of the request. Board members may ask questions of the governmental agencies once they have made their statements. The chair will then ask the applicant to come forward, state their name and address for the record, and present their evidence and reasoning supporting the granting of a variance. If there is no opposition, the applicant has 10 minutes to present their case. If there is opposition, the applicant and opposition each have 15 minutes. After the applicant's presentation, the board members may ask questions of the applicant. The chair will then call for opposition or other parties who have up to 15 minutes to speak. This 15 minutes applies to all parties, so if there are multiple parties that wish to speak, please determine how you're going to divide your time beforehand. After the opponents present their opposition, the board members may ask questions of the opponents. Finally, there will be a discussion of the case by the board, during which time the board members may ask further questions of parties that have already testified. The board will then make any determination it deems necessary. Our bylaws allow an applicant at the initial hearing of a matter to request a deferral of 30 or 60 days without prejudice. In the event of a deferral of an application or failure to appear, any opponents may be heard on the record at a meeting where the application they oppose appears on the agenda. Mr. Law Director, would you please swear in anyone wishing to speak before the board?
All right, if you're here to speak for this board on any item that's on the agenda, please stand and raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Be seated.
Are there any additions or changes to the agenda?
Yes, item 4A has requested to be deferred until the August meeting.
Very well. Anything else?
That's it. Well, as we discussed in the pre-meeting, item 4C does not need the setback requirements just to record a plat, but we can address those when we get to that item.
Very well. I guess we'll start with item 4B. If you would, please read the item.
4B is a request of Benjamin C. Mullins for waiver to extend the PR zone to the boundary line. The property is located at 0 Ebenezer Road, CLT map 132, parcel 03701, zoned at PR and OB in the 3rd Commission District.
Good morning, good afternoon, Mr. Mullins.
Good afternoon, Chairman Huff. How are you?
Is there any opposition to this? Very well. Anything from Knox County Codes?
We have nothing.
Please state your name and address.
Ben Mullins, 550 West Main Street.
And can you give us the evidence that supports your request for the variance?
Sure. This is, I think, a textbook example as to why we have this authority within the zoning ordinance to be able to move a zoning line 100 feet. At the time this property was rezoned in January of 2024, there was a very large acre parcel that was unsubdivided, 56.41 acres. Front part of that parcel was currently, at that time, zoned planned commercial, and the back portion was zoned planned residential with no apparent density assigned to it. My client wanted to take that parcel and then divide it into 2 different zones, the front portion of it being the office business park zone, the OB zone, which you see currently as it is there, and then the eastern portion of the tract to be planned residential at 4 dwelling units an acre. At that time, again, the property hadn't been subdivided with the property line as it is now, and the application contained a notation that the planned residential was to extend from the eastern portion of the property about 1,000, it said approximately 1,000 feet. It went through the zoning and was passed, as you're seeing now with the PR and the OB. When the property was subdivided, you could see it was subdivided with a portion of the OB extending into where we thought was going to be the PR zone. That, it's hard to tell on the KGIS map, but we did submit some scaled documents with our application. That's between 117, or between 17 and 22 feet, the little sliver of the property line that is OB extending into this portion that we need to be PR. We actually had a concept plan, a preliminary concept plan approved with subdividing those lots, and that wasn't caught at that time that there was an overlap of the OB zone. When we moved forward with the final plat, that's when it came to everybody's attention, and we then subsequently filed this application. All we're trying to do is adjust that line to match the property lines to make sure the PR is where the property line is, and the OB is on the other side where the property line was intended to be. We did get the final plat approved, but we reserved this section that was affected by it. We pulled that out of the final plat, so that is a single lot. And so we meet the definition of the zoning ordinance that one lot is affected and we own that lot. And so we're just asking you adjust the zoning line to the current property line so we can move forward with our development.
Since there's no opposition, are there any questions from the board? Whose district is this? Whose district is this? Mr. Lloyd?
Yes, sir. I would like to make a motion that we grant that movement of the PR zone to the property line as requested.
Second.
I'm sorry. That is at 0 Ebenezer Road.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. I would just note that this is in accordance with section 3.11.05 of the zoning ordinance.
That's correct.
So it's quite within our power to do so, and if there's no more discussion, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? No?
Thank you all very much. Have a good
Have it.
afternoon.
Mr. Chairman, who was the second there, so we can write it down? Okay, thank you.
Ben, are you going to stick around?
Yes, please, 4C.
4C is a request of David Husky, representative for Josh Hahn, for waiver of lot intensity from 10,000 square feet to 8,636 square feet, waiver of front yard setback from 35 feet to 6.53 feet, and waiver of rear yard setback from 25 feet to 1 foot at 6100 Lacey Road, CLT map 68, group JA, parcel 011, zone RA in the 7th Commission District.
Whose district is this, Ms. Garrett? Is there any opposition to this? And can you please state your, I assume you're the applicant, can you please state your name and address for the record?
My name is Noah Hudson. I'm with True Line Land Survey, address 8880 Cedar Springs Lane.
Steve, I guess I'll ask you, this is the one we were talking about, deleting the setback requests.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we don't believe to just subdivide the property that they need the setback reduction, that they only need the lot intensity reduction to add the lot line. The section that we have up on the screen from the zoning ordinance gives myself and my staff the authority to approve this plat as long as no new nonconformity is created and they're not furthering the extent of an existing nonconformity. So by giving them the lot intensity variance would take care of the furthering the extent, and the setbacks would just remain what they are.
Okay. Do you understand what he just said?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, I think we
was
need
it,
him.
was it decided that we would, that rather than removing those two waivers, that we, if we deny them, it's the same thing? Is that what I understood?
No, I think,
Our law director?
I think we decided that we wanted to remove them rather than deny them.
Yes. Yeah, they should be removed rather than denied.
Do you
Sorry
do-
about that.
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to remove from the request the waiver of the front yard setback from 35 feet to 6.53 feet, and the waiver of the rear yard setback from 25 feet to 1 foot.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any opposition? All those in favor of that motion, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed? That motion carries. Now we need to discuss the lot size issue.
Yes, sir. So we were deferred, I believe, back in May to go out and survey this and ensure that this lot was going to need a variance to begin with. I believe there was some confusion between the GIS and what we had presented. Upon surveying, we had shown that the adjoining lot line was going through the lot, that lot 2 was going through that home. We've since spoke with the neighbor to the east of this property behind that home, and he has agreed to give 1 foot behind the home in order to keep that property or to keep that home on lot 2 without encroaching. This has already been non-conforming. This home's been here for 50 years. They're not looking to build on it. They don't want to add anything to it. Simply want to to subdivide in order to give the current occupant of lot 2 to give them ownership of that property. There is no desire to manipulate it any way else.
Mr. Chairman, I would also add that the property was ag, so they did rezone to RA to make this, the lot intensity request less than what it would have been if it remained ag.
And it is close. It's not that far off. Any discussion from the board or questions? This is yours, Ms. Garrett, I think.
It is, and I'm going to make a motion that we approve the waiver of the lot intensity from 10,000 square feet to 8,636 square feet to prevent any more nonconformity at 6100 Lacey Road.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. And all those opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Motion's been made and seconded to adjourn. Any opposition? We're adjourned.
Everybody pull your batteries out. I'll put them in for you so you can at least take a nap.